And unfortunately, you probably can't hear it because it's very soft. Let me pump up the volume. Something 20 Uhr 7 Sardine. Uh, da sein. Something zufolge werden wir. Oh, I'm not sure. Just gonna submit. There's a missing word. Dem Navi zufolge, the navigation device. Because I have a Google Translate or just a Google Cloud project, I can click the Translate button. According to the sat nav, we will be there at 8:07 Svanzig at military time. Let's do one more. And note that there are different additional features now. If I believed that my transcription were close enough or that the official transcript were an error, I could just say I'm force this transaction to be correct. If, on the other hand, it's too loud or I can't hear it, it's very poor quality audio, I can reserve it, which means just set it aside. I'm not going to do that. I just didn't hear or understand or both. Dem Navi Sufolga. It's very soft though, so cut me some slack. Something about Finnish Meisterschaft. And you'll note that if I hit the escape button, I don't actually have to click on the play button, just so it's easier to have mostly keyboard controls. Mit dem Verein gewann er am Ende der Saison erneut die Finnish. It's not dated, so get rid of that. I think this is right. And the default, when you get it right, we'll see. But you just go on to the next impression. We're running this in a 25-minute Pomodoro session. We don't want to waste our time with celebrations, but you can opt in to see the translation if you want. I'm not going to do that right now. Yeah, so I got it right. Next impression. And about the left, you don't get feedback like, yeah, 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 yeah. As I say, it's a waste of your attention to allocate towards petty success when, practically speaking, you can't sufficiently understand or speak the language. So there's no point in celebrating just yet. But you would celebrate your compliance with the atomic habit of doing this daily as you go forward. Anyway, in the kleine Stadt. Hopefully you can hear this. If not, trust me that when you put the headset in, or better yet, you have a more powerful headset than these simple Apple earbuds, you can hear it. It's not the best quality in Common Voice version 1 of German, I have to admit. So, but of course, once you know enough words, then you can kind of figure it out for the garbled audio. Or not garbled, but entwickelte sich, it's gonna say schnell. Gel zu einem Handels. And I'm going to make a mistake here. Zwischen Ost und West, between East and West, a trade center between East and Ost and West. And he said Handelscentrum, but say I forgot the S or, and I'm assuming I'm right. But that would be a case where if you get it wrong, you can say, well, how important is that? I'm going to force it to be correct. But let's just opt in to see the translation. We don't have to immediately rush to the next impression. We can linger a bit. Okay, got it. Yeah, the small town. Could read that. And if I didn't like the quality of the audio, again, if it were banging in my ears and making me deaf, then I can just reserve it. Just set it aside. There are 15,000, if not 150,000 other MP3s. Why should I keep one position with, oh, but this one is the only one that has this unique word? Believe me, it's not unique. There are hundreds of thousands of other samples for this language. And if I just hit the return key, I don't actually have to click the button. So I click the right arrow or enter. Either way, I'm going to the next impression. Var, ow, I know. And that's annoying sound at the end. I don't know if you've heard that, but that would typically be a cause for a reservation. I admit I didn't reserve it last time. This is actually a review. Unter seinen. I heard seinem, not seinen, but it's plural, so start from the beginning. Schriften, auch eine andere, sehr einflussreich. And this is so I'm gonna say, well, show me the translation and wait for it. Yeah, it's that old tape recorder noise that I think it's bad for your ears to hear this. I'm just gonna reserve it. And again, what's the modern analog? I'm basically blocking this position. It's like blocked on WhatsApp. So it's reserved. You could unblock it in another screen if you really want. I'm going to reserve it. Okay, it's this one. Damn, it's been 5 minutes because I'm blathering. Dem Navi zufolge werden wir um 20:07, oops, 7:07 da sein. Yeah, and that's right. You notice I'm not writing this with punctuation. In my opinion, it's completely pointless. What we're testing is your not just testing, what we're building is your listening capacity more so than refinement, grammatical correction, which I think is embellishment. So submit. I didn't hear that. Come again? Wie bitte? Hat auch viel mit Angst, Überwindung zu tun. Angstüberwindung. What's klettern? I don't know. But in the old version, you would just have to get it right. You could only see the translation if you got it wrong, but now I can opt in to the translation. So, klettern. Okay, climbing. Cool. No problem with the audio, so no need to reserve. It's just kind of soft, but I can pump up the volume. Next. Klagen die Bürger. I don't know. No idea. That's just allerdings noch mit den Klagen diverser Bürgerinitiativen. Initiativen zu rechnen. Okay. Did they Dane? I don't know. Dem, Dane, I'm not sure. Grammatically, I believe it'd be with the clog. Let's see. Again, we could just submit it, but maybe we want to see a translation. The Dane klagen. Okay, well, however, lawsuits from various citizens initiatives are still to be expected. Other than Dane klagen with the lawsuits. I misunderstood this as a noun infinitive, but you know what? I'm just one character off. I got that I made a mistake, which is more valuable. Repeating this for I don't know how many characters long it is, maybe 30. I got 29 right, so it's a pretty high percentage of correctness. Maybe it's more valuable to expose myself to one of the 15,000 other sentences that I have loaded on this application than to just repeat this one until the orange of correctness is just squeezed dry. So, new feature, force it to be correct. This, of course, just distort your performance technically, but don't worry about it. And I don't know if you heard that, but this is very poor quality at the beginning, so it's probably too soft, but it's like a it's I don't know how to describe it. It's poor quality audio. It's going to be ear damaging. So I'm going to start it from here, maybe try to answer it, but then I'm just going to reserve it. Nur weil das Rhein, I don't know. Verhandslung. Muss, muss nicht. I don't know. Drop from here. I have no idea. Muss es nicht? Ungefährlich. Okay, dangerous. Yeah, let's just turn down the volume. Probably wrong, so yeah, so I heard Rhine River, not Rhine by S. So in that case, you can waste some brain cycles deliberating. I'm just gonna leave it wrong, even though it's close phonetically. S, das, again, who cares? I believe in German that with respect to hearing these minor differences, which don't change the overall meaning that much, it's not that big of a deal. But I'm gonna leave it wrong. It's über 10 Kilometer marschieren. And the troops have marched 10 kilometers, probably. I have no idea. I don't know. I reduci. I have no idea. It's something about Darstellungen. I heard a few words, but not sure if that's a philosophical statement or something about optics, but you get a lot of those sentences which might have Fachgebiet when you do this. But one more. Magenverkleinerung, entschieden. Stomach, bariatric surgery, I guess. Harald hat sich. Yeah, just the stomach shrinking. Yeah. And we'll stop at that. So, and typically when we're done, I don't know if I can just bring up the sessions UI. When you're done, you'll just see the results for all the sessions. And if there are, this is the one right now. So 1000, session 1285, 11 exercises, but 10 unique positions because we're just in repetition. And yeah, so that's about it. So you've probably seen this before if you're familiar with this channel. I just want to announce that this application for, oh, maybe I should just show the repository. So open-dictation, there's a pretty poor explanation in the README, which as usual is partially out of date.